Welcome. How's it going? Is there some...
Hello?
Do you hear something different?
I feel like I'm louder than everybody. So like this is my it's quiet.
What's up?
Do I seem loud?
No.
Okay.
Oh, I bumped everybody up a little bit.
Okay.
Okay.
Sorry.
Cool.
Is that
No,
cool?
it's okay. That's cool with me.
We have quite the setup today, guys. Like, this is like our most comfortable setup that we've done here on the show. And also, like, it's so funny. I start every episode in glasses, and I take them off almost immediately, I feel like.
Do you think it's more of a camera thing, or you think it's more of a podcast thing?
I do the same thing when I'm eating. And I think it's because I have a hard time focusing. And so if I can't see things as well, I have an easier time listening. And
Okay, well, that makes sense.
it's a little bit about me.
Do you do it when you do other podcasts, too?
Uh-huh. Yeah. It's just, I don't know. It's like, I guess when I can see a little bit better, it's something about it that makes it a bit of a challenge. So a bit of context about this episode. I love how we're instantly just kind of like casually talking about not episode related things, but a bit of information. It is currently Tuesday, October 19th, technically.
Yes.
We're 15 minutes into the day. Due to scheduling, it was the only thing that this phasing. Let me just go back some. Maybe if I do this.
Like, if I do this now, here, I'll do this.
I hope everybody's enjoying this.
Like this is the most comfortable podcast.
I know.
And then we're just like,
There we go.
There we go. That's
a little
better. Hey, check 1, 2.
Hey, check 1. Hey.
I think you can sit normally with 1, 2, because I think as long as we're like,
I think it's all right.
yeah, we got this.
I feel like a bit of a...
Yeah, like you're going to hurt your neck and body.
Oh, no, this is my natural messed up posture. It's okay. Hello there. No. Okay, I'll sit normal. Anyway. Hey, guys.
Hey, buddy.
Hi.
So we are being... this is a laid back episode of What If Life Was. We are in a house with a baby and...
It sounds like a sitcom.
yeah, three dudes and a baby.
Oh, that was one. We're in my house with my sleeping child. Who's asleep, and there's rain sounds, so she should be asleep for, as long as we're doing this. But it's also one of the reasons why we're being quiet.
I thought I could do it.
It's just funny because it sounded so. That's one of the reasons why we're being so quiet. The other reason is because it is 12:15 midnight time. It's
We're doing our best, guys.
dark time.
So I'm sorry if I sound like a double vert. It's back. God darn it.
I think it's okay. I don't think it's...
Let's figure out one thing at a time. Let's bring in the synth post. Oh boy.
Yeah.
I like how we sat here for an hour. Anyway, let's do this. Even if there's a bit of echo on me. And such is life. We're here. And yeah. Scheduling. Oh, we don't need to explain it again. So Glass Eye, guys. Great job, guys. It was such a treat to have recorded that audio and then come back. I got in on Sunday, and you sent the rough cut over, and I was very surprised and pleasantly so. I thought it was wonderful.
Oh man, like you set us up in the best way for that. Like again, the idea was so solid, and then having you record it that night was so much fun because, like, I don't know about you, Dylan, but it got me really excited about doing it. Like, and I mean, you're kind of like, I was, kind of joking earlier. You're like the voice of God for this one because, like,
Yeah.
you're the voice. You're the sea shanty. You're doing it, man.
Yes, I realized I had left you guys kind of with a challenge inside of this challenge that we've given ourselves. That is, what if life was like? Because it was like you guys were. Because I mean, I wrote that on the last pitch episode, and then it was like just left it for you guys. And so, I mean, you knew what it was after it was written, but you gave me no changes to what I wrote, and so yeah, I was very interested. So yeah, let me ask you some questions if that's okay, just in terms of having not been there for the shooting. Was everything in one day that you guys filmed?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So it looked great. It didn't feel one day. Like if I were a guessing man, what I thought is that the shots with Rick, your father, Dylan, were on a separate day, which is great work on that. It was also, I know it was all filmed here in your house, Dave.
Yeah.
Which again, great job not making it seem that way. Because I really was struggling until you told me. I was like, is that at your place? I couldn't really tell. So great job on that. The next thing, what was the story behind when the great Aunt Teresa called and it being a can?
No, it was just, we didn't want to, we don't have an old phone, and we didn't want to use a smartphone because it's like an older, kind of old timey kind of vibe. And I remember you saying like, man, I don't want to use a smartphone. And I was like, why don't we just use a 10 can on a string? Like, 'cause that's like a,
And it was the best. Like,
but we didn't have a string. We just used a can.
But when you said that, I was like, yes, because like that was one of my. So like I had a few, not apprehensions, but like moments of like, oh man, like what are we gonna do when it came to this one? You know, it was an interesting one because like basically you gave us a script that you had written and we just had to deal with it. And yeah, no, that was one of the things I was like, man, I don't want to use a smartphone. It's supposed to be kind of funny that you don't know what it is. And with your accent, that kind of like when you did the accent of everything, it made me really, really lean into the pirate sea shanty, the lighthouse, you know, like that kind of vibe in general. And so I wanted to make it not a cell phone.
Well, I feel like you guys really did an awesome job because it felt like a combination of like the lighthouse meets vaudeville style of old timey, which is great. And like, I know Dave has spoken to this. Dylan, like, for like, I love seeing myself on camera. I love hearing myself. Like, I mean, I have my insecurities about it, but like, dude, you did such a good job acting. Both you and your dad did.
Thanks.
Like,
Thank you.
And so did Carissa. Like, I mean,
yeah.
everybody did so good in it. And like,
I mean, I just was trying to be as like goofy as I can, you know, and I think that helped a lot.
It helped, but it didn't. I could tell you were trying to be goofy, but it didn't feel like you were just being a goofball. Like, it really weirdly felt like you kind of nailed the vaudeville kind of thing.
That's exactly, I think, because the way you set it up, it was easy for me to see what I wanted. Like, I could imagine it really easy. I was like, oh yeah, I know exactly how I want it to like look, or what I want to, like the level of goofiness I want to be like at while I'm doing it, just by imagining your voice and like imagining the shot, you know? So I think it was easy to kind of just do that, you know what I mean? Because I knew what I wanted. But it was weird. I don't know.
Yeah. There were a few moments where like, so like this was an interesting one for me because like, you know, especially when we bring in outside people, I never want to waste anybody's time. I'm very, like, I know how I can get, and you both know how I can get when I'm like, oh, let's just get the shot and we'll just spend like time to get the shot, you know, to make it look great. And with this one, I was kind of pressured, not pressured by anyone, but like myself, right? But like,
you were pressured by me. I literally said I want to get home by 11:30.
So yeah, like there's that. But so like the first that was Rick, like because I didn't want your dad to have to stay forever.
Yeah.
And so I was trying to get him out of there. And then yeah, like you were like, hey man, I really want to get out of 11:30, right? That was the deadline.
I really wanted to get home by 11:30.
And Rick got done at 8 or 8:30 maybe is when he left, and then we did Dylan stuff. And so I was like, okay, I cannot dawdle. And I was just like crazy surprised. Like there's like the scene where he fell. He like did it, and like Chris and I were like, Dylan, are you okay? Like what? Like he fell, like, and he was like, yeah, I can do it again. And I was like, are you okay? Like, or you know, just he took a bite. I mean, at it straight up a nice nibble on that onion.
Yeah, that was great.
Straight onion nibble.
It was fun. It was like really fun to just, I don't know. It felt easy to just be like, let's make it as goofy as possible and just do weird, like that kind of comedy, like where I was like, I want the apron to be over my head when I fall, and like, just, I don't know. It was really
great. Fun. The sound effects also, you did such a great job. That was another part of like watching the rough cut and being like, this is good, needs sound, and then getting it with sound and being like, yep, that was it.
Yeah.
So good. I mean, every single one of the effects from Winston's lick to everything. Whenever you wash your face and you start doing your kind of scream thing. Is that you, or was that?
That was actually Dylan. Yeah,
Dude, that is so perfect. It was. I was like,
when he did it live, I was like, what are you doing? Like,
so good.
yeah, I loved it. When I put that in, there's like, yeah, that works. Probably the funniest like sound effect thing. I did the wonderful. I'm going to sound so pretentious, but I did the wonderful like homage to Apocalypse Now with the fan. Like that's a helicopter. That's the inside of a helicopter. That's the fan sound, and like, the toothpicks that are hitting your face, which took so many takes. It was like 3 takes because. I mean, like we didn't want
so many.
We didn't. Well, okay, but it felt like it, right? Because
No,
we didn't want to get them in your eyes, you know. And you were like straw, and we are like, oh, well, I don't want to, you know. But for that, I used like falling rocks, like it worked, like
nice.
you know.
Very nice.
It was fun. Like the sound effects really, I think, made it feel that much better to me.
Oh yeah.
So it was funny because when Dave, you and I talked, and you were like, "Yeah, I really wanted to get a sea shanty, some kind of something," and like, but we don't have time. And I was like, let me give it a shot. And so I was at home and I just was like doing it. And I'm not very, I like doing voices and I like to sing. I have the darndest time hearing myself. Something I need to work on more, but I just don't hear pitch. So what you hear in the credits of Glass Eye is me finally going like, I'm doing all of these in one take, and it's just going to be kind of a mess. But I did like how it turned out, and
it turned out good.
Donna jumped in there too, and it feels drunkenly put together, even though it was today at 2, and I was very sober. But when you have to say that, it feels like we weren't. But yeah. I thought it fit in terms of all of it.
It did.
It's charming. It's very nice. So like I wrote the lyrics hoping to do it, you know, because Dylan, if the stars had aligned and like you'd been like, all right, let's do it. What do you have? I wanted to have something, you know. I didn't want you to be like, all right, David, we don't have lyrics for it or whatever. And so I did that, but I'm so glad that you did it anyways, because like a lot of times I very much I can't let go about the voice stuff anyways, and so I think I like your pirate voice a lot. I really, to me it was really great. Like I really appreciate you doing it. It was fun. It's also cool to hear you like words that I write you do. It was kind of fun.
It was cool to have recorded those words 4-ish days ago, and then to just rehear them. Like I only heard them. I had still what I had written, but I didn't remember. I mostly remembered acanthamoeba. That was what I stuck in my head from it.
That is a word.
Acanthamoeba.
Yeah, it was a great job, guys. This is my favorite outcome of one we've done. I sincerely, I think it's very solid, and just great. Patting ourselves on our back. It's very good. Anything else you guys want to talk about Glass Eye?
I was just gonna say I love the song at the end. Not just because I like the song, but there's something about that being there with you having made it. I don't know. It's like, it just feels really, really good. Like, and I like that that's there right after the ending, because the ending's kind of just like, it's just me going like, what? Like, it's just like cuts immediately to that song. And it's kind of a nice, like wrap up. I don't know.
That is a good point. I mean, yeah, regardless of it being me or not, having it being a special song, like,
yes, that's what I mean.
That it was something that made it like, it gave it that real sensation of like, I don't know how to say this without feeling, because when you watch your own work, if you've had a hand in it, like for me at least, when I watch something that I've been a part of, I'm always kind of like, but I can see the cracks in the armor. I can see the small stuff. And so it probably also helped not being here filming it, so I don't see shortcomings. I'm sure maybe you guys do, but once the song kicks in and stuff, it reminds me of being at like a short film festival or something, and it's like, okay, like that was a weird one, kind of, like
yeah.
But really I liked
it. I liked it. I love the way it turned out. I think that for me it was like like I was saying earlier, like I feel like the setup was so good, like At least it was so easy for me to like imagine probably how it would look. Not that I knew it was going to look that good, but like, I don't know. It felt like there was a clear like lane we were in. I was like, yeah, I pretty much know it. I was kind of freaking out about the end for whatever reason. I don't know. Probably because we've been freaking out about the end about all of these, but it was the only thing that, I mean, I feel like it was just a nice setup. It was really good and it just worked. It was cool.
Oh, I very much liked it. Dave, anything else?
Yeah, I was just going to say, like, you know, it's really cool. I think with this project, one of the things, not just this one, but the overall arching project, What If Life Was, I'm really enjoying not only the limitations, but just like making myself make decisions early on. Like, for instance, like with the black and white, it was like, I was like, hey, Dylan, okay, does this look cool? All right, I'm gonna film this in black and white. You know, like I'm the kind of person that I'll just sit there and I'll want to tweak things a million times in post and make it like the way I want it to be. You know, but I'm learning a lot about just getting it right there and being done with it, and you know, it's good.
Don't go changing waterfalls, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
Was it this that I told that story? Or was it something else?
Something else. I don't think.
No. I have a very long old man story about, you know what? We'll save it for another episode. We need to move on. Just, hey, it's how you get him to come back. Like where's the waterfall story?
Where's the waterfall story?
Someday when it's not midnight.
Episode 7, you'll get a waterfall story.
Okay, well then in 2 episodes. In, what is that? This is 5, and then so 6 is like, that'll be 6. I don't know. I can't do math.
Hold us to it.
Couple
in
weeks.
The comments.
So a couple of things. We're going to go a little bit out of order again and change some stuff because of time. Let's go ahead and call Donna and figure out who Nick Sanford wrote this prompt.
Let's do it.
Egg on my face that we're wrong again. One of you two have to call her. I cannot.
Oh, okay. Well, I will do it.
Okay.
This controls the volume coming into my...
Yes.
Okay. Turn that down a little bit.
Sorry about that.
I feel like I'm so loud. I don't think I am. I'm just...
No.
Okay.
If anything, we be quiet.
Okay.
Her name is Donna. You've known her for 10 years now.
Is that your friend?
A friend of mine? Yeah, we've been pretty close.
It'd be funny if I accidentally called the wrong person.
Hope she didn't fall asleep. This won't wake her up if it did, I don't think. Hope she answers. Oh, no.
Yellow.
Hey, Donna, how are you?
I can barely hear you.
Oh, you can barely hear me? Is this any better? Duna,
Hey, can you hear us, Donna?
you bring the...
I can hear you better.
Okay. I don't know why it's a little quiet. But hey, sorry for the late night call. How are you?
I'm good. I'm sleepy. How are you?
I am also good and also sleepy. Yeah. Anyways,
We're doing the show right now.
Yeah, we're doing the show, and so I wanted to ask you, who was the last prompt?
Oh yeah, I forgot you guys can't just automatically know that.
We didn't wake you
But
up, did we?
You do automatically know that.
Oh, it's Nick.
It's Nick?
It's Nick.
It's Nick.
Yeah,
Hooray.
the dialogue, yeah.
Yay.
Did we wake you up, Donna?
No, you're good.
Okay, good. Well, thank you, Donna. We assumed as much. We're not going to call Nick this evening.
Okay.
But did you? Yeah. Did you give him a heads up or anything?
No.
I did.
Oh.
And he said he may or may not be awake at that point.
Okay,
so.
yeah. Well, then we won't risk it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool. Okay. Well, thank you so much, Donna. Get some sleep, and I'll be home soon.
All right.
Good night,
Love
producer
y'all.
Donna.
Good
We
luck.
love you.
Bye, Donna.
Love you too, bros.
Much love.
Good night.
Good
night.
night.
Yeah, Donna has been giving heads up to those people.
Okay, that's great. That's
Yeah.
good.
So she got to be very much into the joke of you reaching out to Jared last episode. All right, well, that was Nick. And yeah, normally we would call Nick and talk to him, but it is so late and I don't want to.
Yeah, he is a working person, so.
With a child, and
yeah.
As are you, though, but.
Yeah, but I'm off tomorrow. It's fine.
Yeah. Cool. Okay, well, that's that. Do you guys want to talk about what you guys have been ingesting recently?
Ooh, yes. So I have been watching a movie that I haven't seen probably since it came out, and it's called Family Man with Nicolas Cage.
I've never heard of that.
You've never seen Family Man with Nicolas Cage?
No, I haven't even heard of it.
I'm pretty sure it's called Family Man with Nicolas Cage. Sorry, I don't know what's wrong with me. It's a fever dream. No, so this is a movie that came out, I think, in 2000, and it is about a man who, at the very beginning of the movie, he is with a girl. And they're at a young woman. I'm sorry. It's like 87, and he's at an airport. They're at an airport, and they're saying their goodbye. Okay. And they go to say their goodbye, and she's like, "Hey, I think you shouldn't go to Paris. I something is telling me that you shouldn't." He had an internship for this law firm, and I think it was law firm, something or another, in Paris, and so he's gonna leave her, and he's like, "Hey, we already made the decision. Airports make people crazy. I'm gonna go and do this internship." So, fast forward 13 years later, I want to say. And Nicolas Cage is a bachelor living the single life, enjoying, what you enjoy. He's got he's head of a company. He's got this nice fancy car and all these suits and stuff. And he runs into Don Cheadle.
Like Don Cheadle or Don Cheadle playing somebody?
Don Cheadle playing somebody.
Okay.
So Don Cheadle is playing someone, and something happens. I'm not going to spoil it if you guys haven't seen it. You should probably check it out. It's a pretty good one, but something happens. And
never heard of this.
So what happens, and I'm not going to, this isn't spoiling anything, but so Don Cheadle's like, "Hey, I'm going to put you in what's called a glimpse." And so he wakes up the next morning, and he has 2 kids, and he has the wife of the girlfriend he hadn't seen in forever. And it's him learning to be happy with that life and trying to figure out what he's actually missing, because he's actually kind of a lonely guy. A very charming movie. I think I like it a lot because I watched it with my parents in 2000. But it was good. It's good.
Strange to hear about a movie starring Nicolas Cage and Don Cheadle. Not that I keep up with them, but I feel like I would be more aware of a film starring those two.
It is right now playing on right now playing on HBO Max. If you want to give it a shot.
Okay. I don't know.
It's leaving before October ends. So yeah.
We'll watch Family Man before October ends. It's my favorite Green Day song.
Yeah.
Right on, man. I've for me, for stuff that I've been ingesting, I listened to Tiger Jaw's first album. Is that the one?
The Plane versus Tank, whatever.
Is that the one with the pizza?
Yeah, pizza.
Yeah, I listened to that. It's very good. It's very good.
I haven't really listened to that one. That was the one that I've heard I think their most popular songs on that record, and I have heard it, and it is good. I like it. I just I for whatever reason didn't jump on that record. But did you like it?
I did. It's kind of silly. I guess it's not silly. I think we've mentioned this, I think, on every episode. And that I'm moving to Thailand at some point before the end of the year. And it's been a taxing thing on and off in terms of mental health and stuff. And I don't know what it was. I was like, I'm gonna put on Tiger's Jaw because Dylan recommended it, and I was cleaning and doing some stuff, and I just started crying. I just bawled. It was something about listening to something that you had recommended, and I just really enjoyed it. And it was just I don't know, man. It was just something that was just a very surreal thing. But I really enjoyed it. It was very good. I'm excited to listen to more. And I also I watched Swan Lake.
I haven't seen that in so long. Is it still good?
The 1981 Swan Lake animated one.
Never mind, lost it. I was thinking of the Black Swan with
Natalie Portman and no, not that one. No, Swan Lake is a 1981 animated film from Japan that I watched for a podcast that I do with Nikki and
2D or not 2D.
Yes.
Yes.
And so we watched that for our October episode, which comes out on the 25th of this month.
Was it good?
It was good. It was a you'll have to listen to the episode to hear what I was saying about
I
it.
definitely will. We're not going to get spoilers here, but you liked it, yeah?
Yes, I did. I thought it was very, it was charming, and in that way that older cartoons are,
Really feels good.
Yeah, and and it's definitely a slower paced kind of cartoon. If you go back and watch older cartoons, like they don't have the like fast editing like a lot of the newer ones have. So when you go back in time like that, it just can take a little bit of time. And the other thing, this isn't too much ingesting, but I mentioned this on the last episode. Went to Tokyo and Tulsa, which they renamed to Tokyo and Oklahoma, just on a personal preference thing. Tokyo and Tulsa just sounds like way cooler.
It
So
does,
much
yeah.
better.
The alliteration's good.
Yeah. So now it's talk. And I get it. They want it. You want to cut that out, man?
Yeah, it was an intense sneeze, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Let's cut it out.
No, I mean like.
Cut it out.
No. You cut it out.
Do you know where that's from? Or where
It's like Full House, right?
Yeah, dog. Got it. Nux.
I feel forced in that fist bump.
Sorry.
No, it's
You
okay.
were kind of forced.
But I went to that over the weekend. Very much
Yeah.
enjoyed that. And I just wanted to, I got to cosplay for the first time, and it was a ton of fun. I didn't expect to have. I mean, I expected to have fun, but like, it was even more fun than I imagined. And again, I went as Ravio from A Link Between Worlds, and Nikki was Hilda, and I feel like mine was pretty good, but she like knocked it out of the park with hers, and it was just very cool to like, I don't know, that's something that I don't know, she's just very good at it, and it was just cool to see somebody be very good at stuff. I don't know, it's just a nice thing to do, and and so that was fun.
That sounds like a lot of fun.
It was cool, like getting to walk the floor and like people. It was funny because people wanted pictures, and in my head I was like, of her, right, not me. But she was she was like, no, come over here, like YouTube kind of thing, and they did want both of us. It was neat. It was a fun time, and it was just a cool thing I hadn't done before, and it was a really cool fun weekend.
Dude, that's really awesome. I've always been interested in going just to see all the cool people and the cool costumes and stuff. Like, I bet that's really fun.
It's gonna be definitely something I do from now on because I very much loved it.
Okay. Tight.
Yeah, with all my ample free time.
Yes. You know.
Fit it in there somehow. Dylan, what have you been ingesting? I always take forever.
Oh no, it's all good. I haven't been ingesting much, to be honest. I really haven't. I haven't been watching anything. I haven't really had time over the weekend. But I've listened to podcasts in the car still. Like I listen to a lot of the You Made It Weird podcast with Pete Holmes, and Fear and Malding with Hassan Piker.
Fear and Malding?
Yeah, which is going bald and being mad.
Oh, Fear and Balding.
No,
no,
Malding.
Oh, it's funny.
It's like a political satire podcast.
Okay, right on.
And my roommate recommended a record to me called "Friends That Break Your Heart" by James Blake, and I listened to that, and it was pretty good.
Nice.
Yeah, that's all I got, really. I haven't really been...
No, you're good.
Yeah.
Right on. Very cool. It's funny. This is an interesting energy for the show just because it is kind of an ASMR style chill thing. And so
it's a little harder for me to like be, I don't know.
Been watching this thing. It's super exciting.
Yeah, I feel like we're on NPR in the morning or something like that.
There's nothing like NPR, Dave. It is the one and only.
Really.
Let's draw our next prompt.
Yeah, let's draw the next prompt. Who's gonna read?
I'll do it.
Okay.
Wait,
You want to do it?
Whose turn?
Well, last time it was on the phone, remember?
Oh,
Oh,
I did it
so-
the time before.
Wait,
so.
we should
No.
rock, paper, scissors real quick.
Okay.
Ready?
1, 2, 3, shoot.
Yeah. One. Okay, hold on. 1, 2, 3, shoot.
All right, Dylan.
Dylan, you're it.
wow.
That like never happens with rock, paper, scissors. That was so convenient. I watched a mockumentary about rock, paper, scissors once called Flying Scissors, and I'd like to rewatch it again because it's been like 15 years, but it was really funny. Anyway, the prompt is...
Here we go.
This always makes me so nervous. Oh, wow.
You read it. Like you can't
Okay, sorry.
He can enjoy this moment
All
to
right.
himself for a minute.
Okay.
The prompt is chord progressions that make words.
Oh,
Chord progressions that make words. So like, I don't know. The first thing that pops into my head is like a D minor, E minor, A major,
Like
D
Inner
minor,
Shikari.
dead. Yeah, that kind of vibe.
I'm like terrified right now. I feel like I just walked into like a classroom and they were like pop quiz, mother. Like I'm so because I just did that sea shanty thing. And like
Oh man, chord progressions to make words. I want to try and like think outside the box a little bit for a second on this one and try to interpret it in different ways. So
just real quick, that sea shanty, because Dave, you sent me a video on how to make a sea shanty.
Yeah, man.
And like at one point he's like, oh, so you just got to take the C minor and then do a pentatonic minor and you drop those, and I was like, I'm like, I can't do this. Anyway, well, this is fun. You guys are gonna have a ton of fun. Just kidding.
well,
Okay. No, I'm
hang
joking.
on.
I'm joking. No.
Let's think about it for a second.
this is
Like, what-
Donna. This has Donna written all
Oh,
over
it's
it.
absolutely Donna.
Absolutely Donna.
Yeah, you're right.
So
She's giggling right now. And she's...
what she doesn't know.
oh. Yeah, because she's not a psychic. That's right.
Yeah. Okay. So thinking outside the box. First off, let's close up the
Close
box.
the box. Okay.
Close the box.
I'm gonna pass this to you. Interesting. So let's obviously what comes to mind is a song, right?
Yeah.
Let's just spend a little bit of time. Is there any possibility that this is not a song?
Well, I don't think so.
Yeah, me either.
I mean, it could be a song and a video.
A song and a video. Well, okay. So one thing that I thought of for What If Life was, because this is a medium-free project. So I mean, we've talked about from the beginning that it doesn't have to be a video. And so, like, I think because for this project we have 5 days. So, I would rather, I think initially I would rather, instead of like trying to do like a song and a music video, I would like to just film us writing and recording of the song.
I agree.
And
I think
to
that
kind
would
of
be... Yeah. No, I'm with you.
I mean-
I was thinking the same... Oh, God. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm just messing with you.
I'm totally cool with that. Yeah, I guess when I thought of, us also being able to make a video with a song, I wasn't really thinking of it like we could do that just to make it better. But like, I feel like just I'm trying to like look at like the range of our options, like if because I mean, when you said is there any way this couldn't be a song? Like I was imagining that it could be a sketch with music somewhere in it. You know what I mean? Like a small music. That's kind of, so like I wasn't meaning like we could do like a music video, but just that might be an option too.
That is, yeah. Because that's kind of fun and creepy too. Yeah.
Fun and creepy.
Oh,
What?
sorry. Well, I was just thinking of the example of DEAD.
Oh, yeah. Like, yeah.
Which I know it doesn't just stem from that, but my knowledge of spelling out words with guitar chords, I said Inner Shikari. There's a song. Do you know what song it is?
It's the One True Color. It's like at the very end. He's like, has the phrase,
When you're...
it's like, and then your ashes are returned to the cosmos when you're, and then it just goes blank. There's a chord that rings out. He doesn't say anything, but it's obviously he's going to say dead. The chord is a D is built with the notes D, E, A, and then a D on top.
Bananas. So that's an idea. I almost kind of like the idea though, more of it, of actually just of taking this chance to do a song. Like,
yeah, like I don't know. It excites me to think about us putting that much effort into a song. Like,
Okay.
in
Yeah.
a way.
Well-
I mean, with as much effort as we put into these videos too. Like, and I mean, again, I still love the video component of it too. I just think
Yeah.
it's sick.
I love that idea too. I guess my concern is like, because obviously we can make a sentence with a song. I mean, we could do that. Like, I mean, we could make a song and like just go full like just code with it, I guess. And like, but I'm like, how are we gonna turn it into like an interesting, thing? Like, I don't know. I'm trying to think of a way to like build it or frame it in a way that's interesting in some way, like what are we gonna
yeah, I'm gonna grab my phone. It's off camera real quick.
Yeah.
I'm gonna grab that. You guys keep talking. I just want to bring up, there's got to be a website or an app or something that has like plug in these letters and tell you the words it can spell. So we'll put in,
A B C D F G?
thank you. For some reason my brain went blank.
Mine went brain go burr.
Man, like, so like in terms of like, I mean, we could do.
Chord progressions that make words.
We can also add rules. Like we could make it to where like we have to go into a different time signature for like a different part of the like sentence or something. I don't know.
If it makes sense, like if we can incorporate elements of the music, yeah. I mean, I'm just trying to think of a way to frame it to where it's comedic or there's another level, you know what I mean? Than just like we made a sentence, you know what I mean? I don't
right.
know what
No,
to-
like I was thinking something more serious because
Yeah.
of course I am. But like, yeah, like we would obviously make it hit in multiple levels for sure. Yeah.
Well, we don't have to. You're right.
No, but
I mean,
it would be sick though. Like,
No, I'm just like if this one's really interesting. Cuz it's like it's also a question of like all of our expectations for what we want to put out too, It's interesting cuz I mean like I could just go like we could just like literally we could go record a song, just have fun. I can just make words out of the chord progressions, like and just film it and have a great time and not really worry too much about like exactly what we want it to be or how we want it to be perceived, and we could just write a song and have fun. I mean, we could do that, and then just like check it out. It spells this, whatever. I mean,
I've got an idea.
oh,
Okay, so
snap.
I selfishly plugged in the words myself, and I can bring it back up in a second. But the first one that popped up, I was like, oh, this is perfect. And it'll combine the two of like serious and a bit comedic. Not that you were both specifically saying those things. I just was barely listening. Sorry. I was listening. Sorry. Anyway.
no, you're good. You're good.
So what if we wrote a song about coffee?
I'm on board.
I don't like coffee, and I think it also lends itself to, there's a lot of ritualistic aspects of coffee and like having coffee with loved ones and stuff. I think that we could really tap into like some of the emotional sides of coffee. It's played a big part in. Do you drink coffee, Dave?
I do, only on occasions, but I typically drink it more at night than during the day.
Gotcha. So what kind of coffee do you drink? Like, do you drink? The reason I ask, sorry, I said to cut that out, man. Well, with the letters of the musical alphabet, you can spell decaf.
Nice.
And so
I was wondering. I was like, "What's?"
So what if we did do like a song about? Sorry, now I'm breaking down. The song about like coffee and used the chord progression like DECAFE or CAF.
ECAF, yeah.
Oh, spelled calf.
Is there?
What key is that
there's
in?
an E at the end. Well, that's the thing is like those are just
There's not an E at the end. That would be decafe. I was never hooked on phonics, guys. I'm sorry.
I mean, you could interpret. So okay, here's the deal. So like, yes, like what key that's in. I mean,
Could be any.
yeah, well, because like it's the prompt was chord progressions to spell words or spell words, right? Yeah, make words. So like, you know, like if all of those notes are chords, then like we could be like, you know, D minor, E minor, C major, A minor, and F major, and now it's in the key of C major. You know, like basically we can kind of frame it how we want it a little bit. Or if you just look at it literally, then yeah, it's.
What if it was like a conversation, like if the lyrics of it were, and this is like, I'm looking to you for lyrics just because I mean, you're a lyricist and so and I don't know how, I don't know, it'd be kind of interesting. And I worry about like being like, write this. Like,
Okay.
But like, what if it was a song about like the intimacy of having a cup of coffee with someone and like that kind of relationship and everything, but with the undertone of like, it's not there anymore. And like, it's decaf. I mean, it's not
the original thing.
I
Yeah,
love
that's
that.
great. That's such a good idea. Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, no, I can get started. It was funny because when you started talking, I was like reaching for my phone to start writing notes, and I was like, oh, we're recording it. This 12:30 is really hitting hard, guys.
Yeah, I'm getting a little tired.
One in the morning. My bad. Yeah, no, like we. But no, that's a great. I love that. I think we can.
That's a
come up with
nice
some
one.
What style do we want to work on?
Ease sake, and actually, now that I'm thinking about it, kind of for comedy's sake, what if it was like Americana, like, but like I'm thinking like, you do vocals, Dave, and I like your vocals most at a lot of different times, but specifically I like your kind of like somber and work up into singing. And so like if it was like maybe like acoustic guitar and then just real clean and I can't think of the word, like full body, but like bass, almost like stand-up bass sound, like the doom doom doom, and then like acoustic guitar, simple drums. I don't know why I need a pantomime it with like a brush on snare, just kind of like do 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 coffee.
Yeah.
But in keeping the overall tone being optimistic, but with that, overarching kind of sadness of
I like that.
lacking what something once gave you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On like a much more like kind of like artistic and just like less explicit like that lands on a much more artistic and less explicit, less literal like side of things that I did not even consider. That's really cool. I like that idea a lot.
Cool.
My brain was kind of hopping to like sketch ideas immediately. I was imagining like, I don't know, like a situation where you would have to like communicate with somebody through chord progressions or something. I'm not saying I want to expound on that. I'm just, well, before we get too far into one thing, I'm just throwing stuff out,
Yeah, let's let me read through the other words that this gives me, and we can.
Okay.
So the first one was decaf, which is 12 points in Words with Friends. Faced, badged, begad, cage, and then there's, I guess this is D-bag, which is pretty funny. And then FADGE, So I don't want to pronounce it. Then there's cafe, face, cage, abed, aced, bade, bead, cade, dace, def, ecad, fade, aged, egad, cab, fab,
We
bag.
could incorporate aged into the original idea.
I was thinking that too. I was like, that would be kind of like, yeah, cab, fab, bag, beg, gab, bad, bed, cad, dab. This is a great video, by the way, for everybody watching. I really like the What If Life Was, where Brandon just read the words
Said
that the
words.
first, what was 5 letters of the alphabet spell. Nope, that's 7.
It's okay.
It's late.
It's so late.
Def, fad, fed, ace, bay,
Yeah, no. So like, I really
dag,
dig.
gad, ged, aged, gate. Okay, I just want to get through these real quick. Sorry.
No worries. Okay.
Ab, ba, de, if, fa, fe, ag, ad, da, de, ed, e. Okay, we're done.
I felt like you were trying to say something, but it was in Morse code, like you would cut off.
Guys, ab, ba, be, if, ha, fe.
Love it. Love it. It's good stuff, man.
And I think we should incorporate a couple other ones if possible.
Yeah, like aged would work pretty well. I wish like
What?
Did you hear that sound?
that was me. Sorry.
Oh, like it was such a like it was. Please don't apologize. Like I like when you know it's not you,
There was like a weird throat gurgle thing that
and
happened in my
like
throat.
we're both
sorry.
sitting, and I was just like, whoa. Like I thought it was. I was like, super. It's good.
Sounds like a me thing to do.
It was probably pretty gross sounding.
No,
I'm really
It
sorry.
was good. It was good.
I just my brain. I would like reaching for like. I always want, like, I don't know, since it is so like it is a very like non-explicit kind of more abstract kind of idea. I'm immediately like trying to figure out or trying to come up with ways to make it more obvious.
Obvious that it's spelling something out.
Yeah,
You know what? I don't know. I don't think it, because like,
and it doesn't need to at all.
no, I mean, because like that'll be explicit in terms of this episode, and then, I think if we did this right, it'd be really cool because we could do like a video on us making it. We just throw together the footage, and it makes sense, and that kind of story of we'll have to be filming a lot this week, but just like we don't have to worry about like the structure of what we're filming.
Yeah.
And then also like, I don't think it would be too much of a stretch of, depending on what style it ends up being, but doing even just like a one-shot music video for it, of you guys playing it, that would be cool. I say you guys, I guess I would be playing it too, depending on what it is. So yeah, like this is going to be one where like it is 1 o'clock in the morning. We're not going to be able to write any of this today.
Right. Right. We're
So-
just gonna have to really.
But I mean, I'm down to just roll with this, honestly.
Let's spend just a little bit more time. I know it's late, but like,
Yeah, let's.
with you wanting it to be a little bit more apparent or something a little bit more, I don't want to discredit that or like ignore that in any extent. So like,
Well, yeah, we can brainstorm for just a little longer, but just I'm totally cool with rolling with it the way it is, though.
because we could even kind of challenge ourselves in the sense of like throwing in as many words to a lot of the aspects to it. Cause like say we, this is a bit of a stretch, but like we could, if we did want to shoot a music video style video for it, still just one shot for ease sake and stuff, but we could try and find like a cafe. I mean, that's CAFE. I mean, and we could show off Dave's abs. That's AB and sorry. I don't know, like the stuff like that. Like we could do some things like that to push it a little bit further in this alphabet soup of a prompt.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like there could be like we might be able like we can make a lot of the music we can write it in a way that is pretty like underlying. There are there's a looping chord progression that spells decaf, right? But then like there could be a moment in the song where like now I haven't quite figured out how this would work without it being super goofy, but like where you literally it's just like something like a cue like for like for a space where I could just literally play like, you know, real quick D, E, C, A, F, you know what I mean? Like more phonetical, like here is, you know what I mean? Like I don't know how you could.
There's a lot of aspects to like
Yeah.
look at in terms of spelling it, because I mean there's chord progression, and I mean doing it one note at a time. I mean even it doesn't have to be as like do. I mean unless that's what we want. I mean it could be a
I guess what I was trying to say is like you could make it obvious in the song, even just listening to it, that that's what's happening somehow with the lyrics and like the way the song structure goes. Like there could be one spot where you literally like answer a question with a chord progression or something. Do you know what I mean?
Okay.
Like I don't know exactly how that would work, but that could be a way to make it a little bit more explicit in the song, make the prompt more explicit in the song. You know what I mean? But that is a little more challenging, I think, than just sort of interlacing it within the
Is it broken?
I think I've dropped my phone at least 4 times today. It's all right.
You got a piano in that thing?
Yeah, no, but I was wrong because I muted it. Like I don't think I can do both.
There's that double. It is 1 o'clock in the morning.
And the aliens have arrived. Oh.
Oh, that was the wrong button. Nope, that was also the wrong button. Nope, that was also the wrong button. That was worth it. I got 4. It took me 4 times.
Oh my God. That
Sorry.
was crazy.
That joke was not worth it, and
Oh, I loved it.
I can't hear him. Oh,
Oh, I'm so sorry. You want a piano?
yeah, if that would be possible. I see there's a tab on your list of synthesizers that just says alchemy.
Going here.
Doing some wizardry over there, Dave?
Almost there. Sorry.
Oh no, I wasn't. Sorry, that wasn't meant to be a poo-poo on you.
Synthesizers are cool. I mean, you can just like
Oh,
call it
okay.
alchemy. You know?
So, 1 second. Nobody say anything.
Anyway, yeah, I don't think we should spend any time writing it this evening. I think that there's enough there to work with and enough ideas from like in terms of ways to spell that out to kind of nail it home, being, you know, chord progression as well as melodically. Is that is that the term? Not melodically. What's one note at a time?
like a melody. Yeah, melodically is the right. I think could work. I wasn't even. Yeah, right. Totally. Yeah.
What? And that's not the word. It begins with an A. What's the A music word? It's like
Acapella?
arpeggio.
Arpeggiate. Yeah, arpeggio. Well, you take like a chord and you play the notes individually.
Yeah. So I mean, we could arpeggiate decaf also.
Yeah.
In some ways and stuff. Let's look. Before we jump into scheduling, where would we want to record this song?
Where?
Yeah, in terms of like, we only have a couple of days, so like, do you guys know? I don't. So do you guys know a studio that would maybe be willing to do this pro bono for like the love of the game? You don't have to. You don't have to say for certain, but that's just. I mean, like if you like, that's something we can look into. I guess let's work on that on scheduling side. Like, but like
I
that
did
should
not
be,
think about that. I thought we were just gonna do it ourselves.
we can definitely. I mean, if you
That's definitely an interesting thought. I mean, Tyler is. I think Tyler would love to do something like this, but he's really busy, so I don't think he would be down. Skylar is also pretty dang busy.
we can look into that in scheduling.
Okay.
Because let's go ahead. I mean, this is a good idea. I really like this.
I like it too.
Cool.
Do you guys want to hit on any other ideas, or does this feel good?
I think this feels cool for what it is, right? Like, I mean, the prompt's pretty specific.
Yeah, I mean it is. I I guess it just depends on how long we want to spend brainstorming. Like we could I.
Here's what I would rather do.
Okay.
I feel good about this.
Okay.
If we're good to move forward with it. Oh, you meant brainstorming like other ideas, right?
Yeah, like I
Okay.
was just saying, like if we wanted to sit here and brainstorm a little more, like yeah, we could totally like think of like other things, but we don't need to because this is already a pretty solid thing. So
Okay. I feel good with that. I'm a little tired, so I'm like pretty
Yeah.
pretty happy, like okay with that. So do you want to send us?
Yeah, so we're going to go, and now we're going into our scheduling mode. Goodbye for now.
Okay.
Do we feel adjusted? Oh, my hair's a little bit messed. My hair's
I love it.
messed.
Keep it. No, damn
My
it.
hair's messed. Hold on.
It was so cute.
It was so...
Dude.
Now we're already cutting back into this point.
And we're
so-
back. We're back.
No, we're back beforehand. Oh, it is
Oh,
still
are you
cute.
going to do it there?
No, it's still cute.
Yeah.
Okay, we've got it scheduled out. Very excited for this. This is going to be this project being a medium free thing is getting to finally come to light. And not gonna lie, there was a part of this that started to feel like this was an outlet for sketches for my comedy career, and so I'm excited that the prospect of this not being that, because that is not what If Life is meant to be. This is maybe a weird place to do this, and it's 1:00 in the morning, but we have yet to anywhere explain the title of this show.
Well,
Do you want?
you will look forward to seeing that on next pitch episode.
Okay, cool. That's a good call.
Sorry, that was a...
No. Good call.
I want you... Brandon is the genius behind many names, including this one. And
Don't you dare call me a genius.
I want you...
Apple never hired me.
I want you to have all of your fruits. See, you said apple, so I said fruits. I want you to have all of your marbles
Apples aren't fruits.
ready. Yes, they are. Stop it. I want you to have all of your apples in the can so that you can make sense of what you're saying. I want everybody to hear the best version of that story.
Oh, I'm at my best right now, but that's okay.
Okay,
No, it's
I'm
late. It's 1:00
definitely
in the
not.
morning.
I feel like we're drinking paint fumes right now. So.
Okay. Well, thank you, everybody. This will be out on let me get the date. I'm so sorry, Dave.
No.
I just want to have the date. This is going to be coming uploaded on Monday, the 25th of October. You will hear our new single, Decaf. Then, so be ready for that. And Acanthamoeba.
Goodbye.